Introducing David Achom.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. I see the comments already blowing up. The comments already blowing up. You guys, the comments already blowing up. So you know how we do it. Let me know exactly where you're joining from very quickly in the chat box. Let me know where you're joining from. 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 Olashupo Dolapo says, good morning. New week, multiple grace. Exactly. New week, multiple grace. Joshua Etonihu. Good morning. 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 Omolola Flora says, good morning. Chibike Counselor says, good morning, boss. Gabriel Iya says, good morning. Totes and Blinks Studio, joining from Lagos. Gabriel Iya, joining from Abuja. Olashupo Dolapo, joining from Ibadan. Praise Adegoke, good morning, boss. I'm joining from Togo. Amazing, amazing. Let me see a lot more people in the chat box. Let me see a lot more people in the chat box. A lot more people. I am in Abuja. So I always join from Lagos. But right now I'm joining from Abuja. Abuja. I always join from Lagos, but this time around Abuja. Joshua Etoni who says Kochi. I'm joining from Abuja. Amazing stuff. So first I would say permit my voice. And then second, I would teach on something powerful before I go into the charts. All right. I'll teach on something powerful before I go into the charts. So I was just having a chit chat last night while on my way back from the day. And then, my brother was paying, was hitting on a particular, what's the word? Concept on patience, right? And I just thought that was how I would start today's class. Patience in what sense? What language are we referring, or are we trying to bring patience out? So I'll break down patience in an entirely different dimension, and it's going to make a lot more sense to you. But before then, I want to give you 30 seconds to go ahead, paste this link right now on your WhatsApp status, paste it on those your group chats you're on, paste it on your Instagram, paste it on your Telegram, anyway, paste these links there and tell them that I'm live and I'm going to dish out value as always, but this time around, free value, something you pay a huge dollar for. All right, so I'll give you 30 seconds. You go ahead and do that, then jump right back on the call. I'll give you 30 seconds, don't worry. Let me wait. All right, and we are back. All right, so um, I am Nate. Says good morning, sir, from Kaduna. God's love says good morning, coach. I listened to your presentation at Traders First. Number one, think bigger. Number two, execute ruthlessly. Number three, embrace failure as a tool. Number four, value people. It was an enriching time. Amazing stuff, brother. I'm happy you paid attention. Now, if all you pay is attention, like MJ Young will say, then you've not started paying. If all you pay is attention, so you need to also make sure you pay you know, the the due price. For some people, the price is money. For some, is diligence. For some, is service. For some, is consistency. For some, is patience. And I will be hitting on patience in the next 3 minutes before we get into the charts. Okay, if that sounds like something that you're excited about, I want you to put a lot more comments in the chat box. By the way, I don't have time to read all the comments. Abraham is Lagos. Comfort Mona Reng says, good morning, sir. I'm watching from South Africa. Abdurraham, Abuja, um, I saw United States the other time. So, I mean, the comments just filled up. However, I just needed to teach a little bit on patience. What's patience? Patience is you having a plan and following the plan. All right. Patience is you having a plan and staying irrespective what the circumstance look like at the time, but choosing to stay with the plan. All right. Choosing to stay with the plan. Many times we are caught up in a web. Where's that web? That web is consistently drifting in between plans and drifting in between desires. All right. But I'll tell you something for a fact. Nobody ever built something by being unsure, uncertain, or impatient. No, nobody ever built something great and worthy. Okay, so the very first thing I want you to pay attention to um, in this new, I would say, season of your trading career is patience. Patience. Now, have a very clear plan. Okay, before I enter the trade, X, Y, Z, I must see. And I mean, you guys have followed me now for if not 3 years or more, and you know that there are a few things I must see before I enter the market. Now, that is one thing. Second thing is your ability to wait till you see those things before you jump into the market. What did I say? Your ability to wait till you see those things before you jump into the market. That's where many people fail it. That's exactly where many people fail it. That's exactly where many people fail it. Um, are you with me? So yeah, let's go into the charts. I believe that has helped many people right now put a little bit more perspective as to the reason for their recent losses. Sometimes you lose, you don't know exactly why you're losing. You're losing because you're impatient to wait for the setup to finish. Sometimes you're impatient to wait for the setup to even finish. Sometimes you're impatient to wait for your trade to play out. Many people who analyze the markets, get into the markets, get carried away, check the market every 2 minutes, and then FOMO or something to make them close. They think they're going to miss out rather fear of the unknown. They think they're going to maybe hit SL or instant gratification. All of those things encompassing impatience. I want you to pay attention to that going forward. I hope that makes sense and I hope that helps one or two persons on the live stream right now. I hope that helps one or two persons on the live stream. Um, let's jump into the charts. Let's jump into the charts. Last week was beautiful. However, um, some people didn't close the trade I called out. So it hit take profit one and they were waiting for take profit two, and he reversed and went to hit SL. I also did not close that trade. I will not lie to you guys. So after take profit one, I went to SL. So I mean, I can relate. I can relate to that. However, Let's see what is cooking. 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 Okay. So we start from 4 hours like we always do. All right. Start from 4 hours. And then all I'm looking for on the 4 hour is structure, market structure. Okay, I'm big on structure. All I'm looking for is structure. Now let's draw structure very quickly. Let's draw structure very quickly. We have this high. Let's start from this high and then this low. Obviously, price is coming from the down. I think we should even start from the down. Somewhere down there, then we have this high, then we have this low, then significant high, significant low, significant high, significant low, then significant high, then price did not close below, but he has given us a week. All right, so now let me expand this. Let me expand this part of the chart for you to see, and then I'll break what it means down for you. All right, I'll break it down for you very quickly. So when you see this in the market, price wicked it, but did not close below. Or if it closed below, then that's a different case. So it must close below the wick. Price did not close below the wick, so it sat on it. So this is a fake out. All right, are you with me? Now this is a fake out because price did not close below. This is a fake out. It is what is a fake out. Price did not close below. It is a fake out. It is a fake out. Then we all agree that this is our high. Yes or yes? We all agree that this is our high. Yes or yes? I'm waiting for the comments. Okay. Amazing. To Samuel, good morning. David, thank you so much for your transparency in letting us know last week about the accounts that got blown recently. Most mentors won't say that to students when it happens, even though it doesn't happen often. Thank you. You have my respect. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. For me, I'm always focused on being transparent. Um, Dividend structure high, exactly. So that's our recent high. All right. Miss Check, how are you doing, brother? Miss Check is in the United States. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. So we have our high, and then we have this low. Now this is a fake out. However, we'll still highlight it. Okay. We'll still highlight it because that's our most recent, even though it's a fake out, but this is our most recent. It's just still a bullish move. Follow me. These are our most recent down here, but we are still in a bullish move. Until it breaks and closes below this green, we are not yet bearish. Am I making sense? Until it breaks and closes below, we are not bearish. Until it breaks and closes below, we are not bearish. And right now it has not broken and closed below. So that's first instruction based on the strategy. Second instruction is line charts. Okay. Second instruction is line charts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like this one here. This is a good point in the market. Now what we're trying to pick is areas in the market where the most confluences are. Are you with me? Areas in the market that has the most confluences. That's what we're trying to pick right now. This is one. Let's look for another one. First, second, third. That's 2. I pick 3 inside the zone, 1 above the zone, 1 below the zone. That's what I do. I pick 3 in the zone, 1 above, 1 below. So since I can't find here, what will I do? I'll compress my charts, see if I can find in the past. I'll compress my charts and see if I can find in the past. Anywhere here with a good confluence. First, second, there's no third on that. First, second, third. I like this one very well. Yeah. So we can go to the end of the charts now. Now we're trying to pick 1 above, 1 below. Again, we need to go to the past. 1 above, 1 below. So we are picking areas of heavy confluence. Does that make sense? Areas of heavy confluence, okay? Areas of heavy confluence, and we can see here, this is a good point on the 4 hours candle, because we see price significantly falling off from that zone. Every time price came to the zone, there was a major retest. Every time price came to the zone, there was a major retest. So that's a good and significant point to pitch our tent. Now, and what that would signify is, should in case there is a bullish move, that will be a good take profit position, a good point of reversal. I hope that makes sense. Should in case there's a bullish move, that will be our what? Remember, we only said the price is bullish. We didn't say price will buy. No, the trend is bullish does not mean price will buy. Trend can be bullish and price will sell for a good 8 hours straight. So trend can be bullish and price will consolidate for 3 days straight. So that the trend is bullish does not mean price automatically buys. That's first disclaimer. Right now we're going. Remember, we've picked 3 in the zone. Now I want to pick, and we picked 1 above the zone. Let's pick 1 below the zone now. Below the zone. Again, significant low. Significant low. I like the way this looks. First touch, second touch, third touch. Good. Very, very beautiful. Now, what this means is, these are points in the markets that has almost the highest, power to control what price is doing. Am I making sense? I can even add this place as a fisi. In Yoruba, when you're buying food, you say, give me fisi. You can add this place as fisi, because they're both very strong zones in the market. They are both what? Very strong zones in the market. Now, we've had all of these lines. Again, we have to keep it simple. Keeping it simple means we are going to delete one of the 2 that we marked below, because our rule says three in the zone, one above, one below. You have to keep it very simple. We have three in the zone, we have one above the zone, we have two below the zone. Now we're going to remove this lower one, even though it is very significant. We're still going to remove it so we can what? Follow our strategy by keeping it simple. Now the next instruction says go to candlestick chart, 1 hour time frame, and draw Fibonacci. Again, um, price is not bearish until it closes below this green line. Price is not bearish until it closes below the green line. Now, because we are in a bullish momentum, um, because we are in a bullish momentum, we are going to be careful not to use Fibonacci here, knowing that price has extended below zero. Price has retraced below zero, so we can't use Fibonacci here. Instead, what we can use, and that's where expertise comes in. Away from the strategy, we can go to 15 minutes candle, observe the points where there is the most consolidation, wait for a break and retest on that, and we'll trade. Remember, the strategy we used to trade tells us what? No retest, no trade. So it means we're going to observe on 15 minutes or 30 minutes candle, depending where the most consolidation is. Wait for price to break it, retest it, and boom, we'll trade from that point. All right, very simple. Again, I always tell you, aim is to make money. Your aim is not to draw architecture. You're not trying to. You're in university. No, 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 no. You're not going to be marked, but who has the cleanest chart or who has the noisiest chart. So don't think if you put 10 indicators on your chart, it's going to save you. No, your aim is to make money. Making money, you have to just keep it as simple as you can. Have a few steps that you know when you follow these steps, you always cash out. Yes, those steps are exactly what you should practice, practice, practice again and again. Okay, I see the chat box. Oh my god, chat box is good. I see the chat box. Um, Again, let's get into the chats. Now, from this 30 minutes candle, what point had the most retrace, the most consolidation? You see consolidation here, first of all. That's first consolidation that everybody can affirm that we've seen. Second consolidation we can all affirm is this, even though it is a bit it's a bit bullish. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. It looks bullish. It looks bullish, but at some point it's a consolidation. It's just a wide range of it. But yeah, it's a consolidation. So we're going to observe the market do is wait for the market to retest on this and we'll trade up. All right. Once the market retest on it, we're going to trade up. And that's in confluence with this our 4 hour zone. So that goes to tell us that yes, we might see or we should see a good confirmation for buys. Already we have bullish confirmation because price is currently bullish. The last 1 hour plus has been bullish. So we just need a confirmation to join the bulls. That's all. We just need a confirmation to join the bulls. That confirmation would be price retesting on this with weak rejections on the 15 minutes time frame. Pay attention to my words. With weak rejections, when I say weak, I'm not talking about WEAK. No, sir. I mean WICK. All right. So those wicks in the candles, I want to see 2 or 3 lines underneath after 2 or 3 15 minutes candles. Okay. Meaning I'm not looking to jump into the market right now. No, that's the difference between myself and yourself. That's the difference between, I mean, the person in front of the camera and the person at the back of the camera. One person has mastered by practice, the other person is mastering by learning. All right, so I needed to learn exactly what I've practiced and mastered. Are we together? So what I needed to do now is once price gets into the zone, upon retest, we wait for confirmations and then we'll buy. That's one entry point. This entry one, let me write it down. Entry one, retest of this level. Entry one, retest of this box. So entry one is retest of this green box. Now, entry two, is break and close above this green box. Break and close above this green box is entry two. So we have this point in the market to observe closely what the price will do. Our aim here is to observe. That's our aim. That's our aim, to observe. Entry one is when price retests this level like this, then we are buying upward. Entry two is when price breaks and closes above this level. This is entry two. Now, once that happens, I can delete this happily. Once that happens, we are trying to buy into this as take profit one, this as take profit two. Does that make sense? So this is for the buy confirmation. I'm sending the signal to the groups so that you all can take advantage of Coach David's expertise. Now, the only reason we are not using the strategy originally for this is because price has gone below what. And if you're on the VIP, you will understand what I just did, because I've taught this particular strategy on the VIP multiple times. So if you're on the VIP class, I'm sure you would understand easily what this means. All right. And someone will be asking, how can we, join the VIP? It's very simple. Shoot a WhatsApp message to the official WhatsApp line. Official WhatsApp line is 070-80000214, and they're going to guide you on how to go about it. Should in case you didn't get the number very well, I'll say it again one more time. 070-80000214. That's the official WhatsApp line, and you're going to be directed on the way forward. If you don't want to do that, a second method will be going right now to your Google Chrome, searching elevatortrading.org. Look for the tab that says mentorship plans or membership plans, depending, and just enroll for any of them. It is automated, so once you enroll, you're going to get an email with the links to join the groups automatically. All right, and those links are one-time links, so you can't join with two devices at the same time. No, you can only join with one. So any of those methods you follow, you would get added to the VIP. Now, I need you to understand one thing. That the essence of, someone was asking that if these guys really make money, why do they have VIP classes and whatnot? I mean, I should ask you a question. The only way to build wealth is not to sell. So if you have a problem with it, like MJ said at the event Saturday. I think you should go sell yours, and that's not to undermine your participation with us. It's only to tell you that this is what we've built with our sweat, and so whoever would take advantage of it would need to pay. Whoever would take advantage of it will need to pay. This is our sweat, this is our blood. I was telling somebody yesterday, I said, you come to my house, you see my workstation, and you want to jump in there and sit on my table, I'll kick you out. Why? Because that's my sweat. That is years of experience, years of tears and hard work and cry. Yes, so many years of those. And you tell me you just come and you want to take advantage of everything at no cost. No. First of all, having the mindset of everything free is limiting, all right? It's going to limit you because you need to pay for value. It's value for value every time. It's value for value. All right. So I just need to address that in 2 seconds. But someone asked a question here. By the way, if you have any other question, please go ahead and ask because after this, I'll be done with the live. He says, Coach, may you explain again the reason for not using FIB in this case? I didn't quite get it. All right, amazing mischeck. So Fibonacci is used to measure the depth of a retracement. Remember, the depth of a what? Of a retracement. Let me go to 1 hour candle and explain this. So based on the 1 hour candle, remember this was our previous recent low and recent high. And for a buy, you draw Fibonacci from the low to the high. Remember, for a buy from low to the high. So this is low, this is high. Now, price has already gone 100% discount and even lower, but that was a fake out. Are you with me? Price had done 100% retracement and below, but that was a fake out. Do you understand? So what that means is we cannot use Fibonacci here anymore, knowing that price has gone, it has emptied the Fibonacci retracement too. Price has gone below it. Do you understand? So since price has gone below it, we have to employ or rather engage another trading strategy that would give us a very assured win rate also, and that is the break and retest strategy because that is simply technical. It is very clear market structure, and I believe everybody should have an understanding of market structure. By the way, I'll tell you this in 2 seconds that the best points to buy in the market are not the highs, the previous highs. No, the best points to buy in the market are actually the previous lows. Yeah, previous lows. So when price comes here, I'm not just buying automatically. No, that's not wisdom. I'm buying when price comes down there and gives me a confirmation to buy. And most times the confirmation is down here, not up here. I hope you are listening to me, please. Most times the confirmation is down close to the previous low, not close to the previous high. Or many people think the previous high will turn to the previous low. No, many times the previous high remains a new high. Take it from me. Many times the previous high remains a new high. It doesn't turn automatically to the previous low. However, how would I explain this to you now? However, you need to know that it is after a confirmation. So it's just like here now. If we're trying to sell from here and boom, price did high, low, high, broke below, came up. If I had sold here with a tight SL, I would have hit SL. But selling here, waiting for confirmation, price gave the confirmation up here. So I'll be wrong if I tell you to wait for price to get here. However, I'll also be wrong if I tell you to enter immediately price gets to the green box. So either of those two places are wrong. You need to consider first from the green box into any point you see a confirmation. As long as you don't see confirmation, don't enter. No confirmation, no entry. No entry, no retest, no trade, no confirmation, no entry. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to somebody. Is there any other question before I call it a day? I'm trying to rush out actually because I have another engagement this morning. But again, you guys are priority, so I always show up. He says 1 hour has been bearish. Can we say there is a COCH now? By the way, I don't trade with COCH, okay? So maybe you go and ask another mentor that trades with COCH. But using my strategy, yeah, price is right now. Even though you are seeing it as turned bearish on 1 hour because it broke below there, guess what? 4 hours is bullish, 1 hour bearish, 15 minutes bullish, 30 minutes bullish. because there's been consistent break of structure to the upside. So if there's consistent break of structure to the upside, so what it means is we're going to see possible buys. However, um, trade what you see. Trade what you see. Me, I've told you what me I've seen. Trade what you are seeing. I hope that makes sense. Someone said, "What's the benefit of the 12 months mentorship?" Okay, so imagine having access to this premium guidance, access to trade signals, access to a community of high achievers just like yourself. You can message me anytime and get answers to questions, amongst many other things. All right. The question will not now be what's the benefit of the 12 months mentorship. The question will now be what's the disadvantage or consequence of not becoming one of the 12 months mentees. That's the question. What's the disadvantage? Potential disadvantage is you're exposing yourself to too much risk because you need to be able to transfer risk. The rich transfer risk, they don't take on risk. Yeah, the rich don't take on risk, they transfer risk. But people think the rich people are those who take the risk. No, they leverage on other people. So the consequence is you don't have anybody to leverage on. Are you with me? We don't have anybody to leverage on. Follow me carefully. We don't have anybody to leverage on. That's the problem. That would be the disadvantage of not joining the 12 months mentorship. Because yes, you will always need leverage, and David Achom is a very big leverage for you in the market. In fact, if you have David Achom, you have an edge. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to be able to have guided knowledge, guided mastery in this, and a disadvantage of not being a mentee would be you missing out on that potential. I hope that makes sense, Mr. Wise. I think your name is Wise. Then Ebro says, please pardon my question. I'm just thinking though and thought to ask. If you are teaching your strategy for free, then what are the benefits to people of paying for your mentorship program? Again, strategy is free. You can go and pick it up anywhere. I teach the strategy every Monday for the last 103 weeks. However, like I said, there's something called guided knowledge, guided knowledge, guided knowledge. Many of you miss out. All right, there's something called guided knowledge. I wanted to learn from a very great man I respect so much. Guess what? I knew his strategy. In fact, I don't trade with his strategy, but I just wanted access to him. And guess what? I went ahead to pay. So there are many reasons why you pay. So I don't like focusing on the features of the mentorship program. My question is, what's the possible disadvantage to you of not being a part of the 12 months mentorship program? What's the possible disadvantage to you? Do you understand? Then Ebros says, how does it benefit you also? Because many may not want to come in for the mentorship, having learned your strategy and approach to the market. I mean, again, the time where I need to switch, just like we did right now. Guess what? Those who are not on this live call do not know exactly what to do. Uh-huh. I'm sure you didn't know that before. Those who are not on this live call do not know what to do. You don't get trade signals from me, do you? But my mentees get trade signals from me. You don't get guided information from me, but they do. You can't call me at any random time. In fact, probably don't have my number. I mean, many resources, many information is king in this place because we give you what's the word? We give you accountability that helps you take action every single day, action towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards your dreams. Um, so for you, just to wait. What are the possible disadvantages? What are the possible benefits? Which cost me more? Which will cost me more? And then you use that as a metrics to knowing if you take advantage of the mentorship program or not. But I wouldn't want us to dwell too much on that because the focus here is how we can take a trade and make money off it. Okay. Um, says if you don't mind, how many trades on an average do you take in a week? Risk per trade, an average percentage return per month. That one now is an information I'm willing to give you if you show me $100,000 that you want me to help you manage. Okay, but this information is not what you are. It's not information that you need to know. It's not something you need to know. But I trade. That's all you need to know. I trade and I make money from my market. I hope that makes sense. I trade and I make money from the market. How many trades I take? I'm willing to tell you if you come on, come on my DM on social media or something, tell me, oh yeah, I have this percentage. I want to know what's the risk, what's the this, and what's the that. He says, when is the best time to what's that? Did you say Akan or scan? I don't know. The ATM strategy. What's the best time to scan your ATM strategy? I mean, it works every time, anytime. It works anytime and every time. He says your dog the paragon. Best time to use your strategy anytime, but I have the best time I trade, and my mentees know that. Uh-huh. Coach, we didn't mark out our SL. Yes, let's do that right now. So again, like I said, price is going to what? Price is going to price is going to retest on this level and push up. But we need price to probably, just probably, if it's possible, we need price to come and give us a confirmation. So no matter the confirmation, price should be done around here. So I can say this is my SL. Anything below this most recent low, anything below it can be my SL. Anything below it can be my SL. Anything below it, this can be a final take profit overall. Honestly, this can be a very good take profit position. This can be a very good take profit position. This can be a very good take profit position. Yeah, so, and this is good entry. So SL, just put your SL below this, anything below it. So you can say 29000. It's a good SL. 29000 can be a good SL. 29000 can be a good SL. Okay, I believe that's all from me today. Any other question before I call it a day? Any other question? Any other question before I call it a day? Any other question before I call it a day? Okay, so in absence of any question, then I call it a day right here. See you guys at the top. Not from the top, because you know what I said, the bottom is way too crowded. Okay, so see you guys at the top, and I'll update you on the groups once the trade is ready. Have a good day, everybody, and God bless you.